the last mobile studio video for a while, at least until we get a new trailer and start the process all over again. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you a bit more about the specifics of my setup and this space. So if you guys are thinking about setting up a studio of your own, this will help you understand how to think of your space for setting up your studio. Now, this rectangular shape, obviously this is an open concept that we went with. This full rectangular shape is actually better for the studio design. You can see the theater curtain that's going to separate my studio from the living space. If I had built a wall there, it would have been much more difficult to cure the sound. But with this, that studio curtain prevents sound from bouncing back into the studio space, but it allows the sound to disperse out into the living space so it doesn't bounce around the walls of my studio. Now I'm unboxing my interface. This is an Audient ID4 interface. This is the second one I've bought. I use this in my home studio, and I was looking around for another interface to use, and I couldn't find anything that was as perfect for my needs as this. This is very simple for voiceover. It has gain control, volume control, and you can add another line to it. And then obviously your input and DAW, like feedback, how you hear it back in your headphones. But this is the best bang for your buck, and until they come up with something better, I can't imagine how they would improve upon this. This is really all you need. All those interfaces with a trillion dials, that's more for, music creation or someone who's doing sound effects and things like that. I do voiceover, so I needed something simple and very solid, so that's why I got this. This microphone arm is amazing. I'll probably link it below. It's very well built. You can tuck away the microphone cord as I'm doing here, and it's designed for a lot of lateral movement, so I can push it all the way out of the way. This design doesn't have a lot of vertical movement, but they have another version that does more vertical arm movement, which I actually might get for my home studio. Now I'm just plugging everything else in. This is my external hard drive that contains all of the recorded files that I use in my home studio, so I can travel with that. What I just picked up, that is my hotspot that I got from Verizon. So that's going to give me internet access while on the road. And in my hand, obviously, is an Ethernet cable that's plugged into the hotspot that I'm plugging into my computer. So I have internet, I have access to my files, I have my interface, I have my microphone arm and cord. And last but not least, here is my microphone. This is an AKG C414, runs you about $1,000. It's a forever microphone. I know that sounds like a lot of money, but this is top of the line, very professional quality. You see, tons of professionals using this out in the field. I was thinking about getting a shotgun mic. My studio engineer, Lenny B, said that probably wouldn't be the best move for a mobile studio trailer. A lot of voice actors use shotgun mics. It's best for promo work, and the sound quality is a bit different. But this is a solid overall microphone. You can't go wrong with it. It's like the jack of all trades for your voiceover needs. And then, of course, a set of good quality headphones. These are Sennheiser headphones. Moving into the software setup. So we're almost in testing mode. The only thing I need to do is install the Audient ID4 software to my computer so it can recognize the device once I plug it in. As I've said before, this test is going to determine which direction I'm going to face when I record, which will then determine how I'm going to do my lighting. So Mike from Gick Acoustics had anticipated that I would be speaking towards the curtain when I close it, which, like I said before, I would like to have these panels behind me whenever I do live Zoom sessions or, whatever kind of video recorded session. It would just be nice to have that behind me, and I kind of like being able to open it and see the view instead of facing a wall. So we're gonna try it out. So I click on Wi-Fi and I want to turn the Wi-Fi off. I want to turn it on. I always turn it off so I'm not using the gigs that I've already paid for. Okay, it's found that. We're plugged into the Ethernet cable. And good, my computer's already registered that we are plugged into a network. So we're going to... Okay, we need to download the driver for Windows.
All right, so I'm going to download this, and then next thing you know, we'll be recording.
So this is not the end of the road. In the future, when we start all over again, we will build back, even better than before. Some of the things that I'm looking at for my next build are a separate studio space. I know earlier in this video I said it's better to have that open rectangular space, and that was, it's true. It's better to have a bigger room than to be in a smaller closet, but we work with what we have. And my home studio is actually a square, boxy, small space. So my home studio is one of the hardest to soundproof, and I've done it just fine, and I've never had any issues working at highly professional levels with it. Anyways, I guess we'll see you guys for the next video. Bye.